This is the good, bad, and the ugly for Simcoe County real estate, month ending July 2026. Let's jump straight into it because we have some good and bad news to share. There was pockets like Midland, Penetanguishene, and Tiny in Simcoe County that actually saw big increases in the month-over-month sales, and we also saw slight increase in the year-over-year sales on all three of these pockets. Now, that being said, we actually saw as we move through the rest of this, we'll see a decrease in the actual prices that occurred as you go through Tay. We saw an increase month over month, but again, a year over year fall, just like the rest of the market in prices. So Barrie, similar experience. So year over year, we saw a lot of lifts in sales, months of inventory, and days on market, but the prices continued to drop in Barrie, and I expect we're going to see that in Barrie for an extended period. And in Collingwood, we saw a slight decrease, but again, sales, months of inventory, days on market, year over year, all on the positive side. Now, as we move through Wasaga Beach, lots of red. Days on market did climb substantially, decrease substantially, going to 22 days on market. But again, a 6% decrease in price. Aurelia, similar thing. The month over month prices went up, but the year over year prices are down 7%. And as we look at Simcoe County and Ontario, we see that exact same trend. So the months of inventory did slightly fall year over year, but has climbed month over month on both accounts. And our year over year prices have fallen 6% in Simcoe County and 5% in all of Ontario. So what this means is what we've returned back for both Simcoe County and for Ontario. These are the prices, the median sales prices. And what we've seen is that we're back to January of 2021 prices for all of these markets. And then when we look at inventory levels, this is months of inventory for June. I know it says July there, months of inventory for July here. What we really have actually is an increase in all inventory levels across Ontario up to 5.42. Now, traditionally in a balanced market, we will want the inventory levels to be between 4 and 6 months of inventory. Right now, we are approaching the very top of that in Ontario, and in pockets like Midland, Penetang, and Tiny, we actually saw the inventory levels decrease, but only decrease to a level that it's still a buyer's market. And across Simcoe County, with the exception of Barrie, we are in a buyer's market where the months of inventory are 7 or higher, 7 months of inventory or higher, with Barrie being at 5.3 and then Aurelia also being at 5.4. So most of Simcoe County, it is a buyer's market. It's a very balanced market everywhere else in Ontario. What does this mean? Well, the bad is that sales prices continue to fall, and that's due to the lower end market actually seeing some lift. First-time home buyers coming back and buying those entry-level homes because now it's getting to the point of where it's cheaper to own and pay your mortgage than it is to rent a detached house. So we see a lot of first-time home buyers coming back. For sellers, this means that you have to be very price savvy. You're going to have to be aware of what's happening in your local market, not look at historical headlines, but look at what's actually happening in your local market and price your property accordingly and have a really strong marketing strategy coming out of the gate. And so make sure you talk to your agent prior to going to market about any of these things to make sure that you're maximizing your exposure and pricing appropriately to get showings through your house. If you have any questions about anything going on in your local market, don't hesitate to reach out. And if you like this type of content, please like and follow for more monthly market updates on Simcoe County.